good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you all doing? Thank you all so much for coming. Anyone that is watching the replay, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to leave me a comment and let me know that you were here. I'm just doing my normal day before Thanksgiving prep, so I thought I'd come on and do it with you. So of course there'll be tips and things along the way. You can always watch the replay. Thank you so much once again for being here. I have my members link up above. There's going to be behind the scenes fun and answers and questions because I am starting to get like 1,500 comments and it's getting really hard to answer questions. So being a member ensures that you will get your question answered. Hey Ann, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. How are you doing? Ola Joe, thank you all. Those are my mods that are in here. Positive Motivation with Bree is also a mod. So if anyone has a question and I'm actually working on something, I'm sure they will be attentive to you as well. Hey Loretta King, thank you so much for being here. My Granny's Garden, hello. Cooking with Microformer. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. Yes, Dylan is here. Yes, hey Sharon, how you doing? Hello Noah. I am so glad to see all of you all so early in the morning. But that's why we have a replay. Yes, hey, T the couponer. Hello, hello, hello. I used to be an extreme couponer as well. Thank you all so much for coming in. I have both my devices, my computers here, so if you see me looking down, I'm streaming straight ahead, but I'm actually looking at the chat, so that's why I'm looking down and up, just to let you know. Hey, Epic Plays, welcome in, Wyatt. Hello, hello, thank you so much for coming. Hey, Wanda, it's so good to see you. So good to see you. I'm just letting a few more people come on in before I actually get started. Not that I'm going to be actually guiding you all into anything. We'll be chatting as I am working as well. So that's the way we're going to do it today. Yes. Okay, and I get things popping up on my computer, so I have to attend to that. Yes. Berserk, I think that's how you say it. If I mess up anybody's name, charge it to my head, not my heart. Hey, yes, I am so glad that you all are here. Thank you so much, Noah. I appreciate that. Would you ever try making stovies? Dylan, what is a stovie? I'm not sure I know what that is, but tell me what it is and I can tell you if I might make it. Yes, hey Charlotte, hello, welcome in. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. October, Opal, hello, hello. Hey Shirley, so good to see you all. Grand Rising, thank you October. Opal. Hey, Edward, welcome in, welcome in. If you all see anyone with a little shopping basket by their name, those are my members, and my mods will be putting their links in the stream, so make sure you go and take a look at them and see what they're all about as well. Yes, awesome, awesome, awesome. So, let me see here. Let me go over here. Hey, lady, how are you? Make America Think Again. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. I like that. Yes, it is prep day. Yes, it is. I actually prepared just about everything I can. The only thing that I actually cook on the holiday or actually on Thanksgiving will be the actual turkey. I will make up the dressing, the components. I made my cornbread the other day. You all saw that. I froze it. So I will make my dressing, my mac and cheese, and my actual turkey and gravy on Thanksgiving. But today, I'll be doing everything else. I'll get my ham done. Let's see, I have my collard greens. I've blanched them, but I will cook them today. Red potato salad, candy sweet potatoes, corn on the cob. We've got cranberry sauce, Hawaiian rolls, regular cornbread, and then I'm going to be making today a carrot cake, a German chocolate cake, a rum cake, brownies, sweet potato pie. So those are the desserts. I do all of that today. And then I'll do, like I said, the turkey and the dressing and the mac and cheese tomorrow. Those are the things I'll do tomorrow. Stovies are potatoes and beef, or any meat of choice, steamed into a pot. It's perfect for, oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds doable. Yeah, okay. That sounds real doable. Thank you so much for sharing me out, Edward. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm just going back up the chat, make sure I didn't miss anybody's comment or anything. Right here, I have my sweet potatoes, and I'm getting ready to roast these sweet potatoes for my pies. Once I get those in the oven, I'm going to actually make my pie crust so that I can get that in the refrigerator. So I'm doing those things. Hey, Basil and Sage, welcome in, welcome in. Sasha is here as well. So, hey, Black Tropicals, welcome in, welcome in. That's another member coming in. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yes. Lady says, thanks for coming Thanksgiving. Tomorrow, my sister and her boyfriend and her kids are coming over to. Oh, awesome. That is amazing. So the first thing I'm going to do is, and you can do this with a fork. You don't have to do this with a knife, but I just prefer using my paring knife for this. And I am just puncturing each of these sweet potatoes pretty much to let the steam release while they're cooking in the oven. I already have my oven preheated to 375, so I'll roast these until they are good and done. I actually like roasting them more than I like boiling them, because when you roast them, you have more flavor. You just get more flavor coming out. Yes. Hey, SR Arbachek. I hope I said that right. I hope I said that right. And Nadia, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yes. So I am going to just puncture each one of these. Then we're going to rub them down. You want to rub them down to keep that skin moist. Although we're not eating the skin, you still want to keep it moist while they are roasting. So I will be putting some olive oil on them. Yes, I will be putting some olive oil on them. Yay, I'm in a live. I won't be able to celebrate this year, but watching you prepare makes me feel excited. Oh, okay, amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Well, I'm glad I popped on so you can have some kind of celebration. Any kind is better than none, so that's a blessing. Hey, Cooks with Love, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming as well. Yes, boiling them takes the taste out. It's best for me to bake them. Yes, baking, roasting, that's pretty much the same thing. Just put them in the oven as opposed to boiling them, especially if you peel them first. Hey, Glenn, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Yes, because it is awful early. But I've been up since what? 5:30, so. Yes, I've been up since 5:30. Yes, my Renaissance Granny is speaking to everybody, so those of you all heads up, and she is speaking. Hey Sharon, how are you doing? Welcome in, welcome in. I am just getting ready to roast my sweet potatoes for those of you all who are coming in. Don't forget to check the links that are in the stream as well as up above. Any questions, pop them in the chat. If I don't see them, feel free to send up a highlighted message, because I know once I get going with my pie crust, you got to pay attention to that. But I really want you all to see how I make that. All right, we got Teresa in the house from Canada. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for coming. And Deborah's here too. Hey, Deb, how you doing? Appreciate you being here. I appreciate you being here. So let me move this out of the way now that I have them all punctured. Hey, Jennifer. Okay, let me grab a paper towel or something. And of course, I'll be walking back and forth. Yes. Hey, Joshua and Doris and Jennifer, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. I just found your channel yesterday. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Doris says good luck to you with cooking. Happy holidays. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I'm just rubbing them down with some olive oil right now. Nothing fancy on this part. Just make sure they're all covered with a little olive oil. I beat up this AM at 4. Oh, you've been up this AM since 4. Okay. Thank you for taking us along with cooking this morning. And you are so welcome. Yes, you are so welcome. I appreciate you all being here. Because like I said, it is early. I could have chosen any time of day to do this, but I like to get up early and get it started. So I thought, okay, might as well just bring you along. Absolutely. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Appreciate that as well. You are my new fave. Thank you for being you. Oh, you're so welcome. I appreciate you as well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Okay, let's see here. Hey, Abril, I hope I said that right. I'm going to learn something today. All right, well, we are rubbing our sweet potatoes down with some olive oil here. These are going to be for my sweet potato pies. I'm going to roast them 375 degrees, probably for about an hour. May not take that long, it just depends. I really don't set a time or anything. I just go back and look. See, y'all get the behind the scenes today. On the videos, you get the measurements and the exact time and all that. Child, I'm not measuring everything. Some things when I'm baking, I do measure, but other things, you know, it's gonna be dump and go. Come on now. Yes. All right. October says, love me some, thank you. Okay, so these are all rubbed down. Let me clean my hands. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm gonna stick these in the oven. Hey, Gloria and Sleepyhead, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Gloria says, good morning. Have been watching a lot of your videos and have been using a lot of your tips. Fantastic, I am so glad. I'm glad they're useful. I need another cord. Okay, let me get these in the oven. Next up is going to be pie crust. And I need an extension cord. Hey, Geraldine, how are you? Welcome in. Hey, Gloria. Good morning, Pam. Okay, I just spoke to you, I think, yeah, because you were right behind Sleepyhead. And Geraldine just came in. Hey, Peachin. Welcome in, welcome in. Greetings to you from Jamaica. So where's everyone from? I know we have Canada in the house and we have Jamaica in the house. Where is everybody from? You want to put it in the chat? That would be fantastic. Hey, Psalms 146 in Beverly. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for coming. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. Yes, Texas is in the house. All right. Sleepyhead says, oh, that's cool. Yes, let's see. Here too? Okay, let me see. Drop that part. Yes, Maryland's in the house. We have Virginia, UK, Honolulu, Hawaii is in the house. Yes, DK, North Carolina's in the house. Alabama, California, Switzerland, yes. Detroit's in the house. Nevada, Las Vegas, Nebraska, Tennessee, Columbus, Ohio. Yes, Wanda says your tips are very useful. Chef Moore, you know, from Arkansas. Yes, in North VA. I hope I got this plugged up. I don't know why I can't get this plug into this cord, but okay. Hey, Renita, Washington, D.C. Sleepyhead is from Denmark. Michael Dennison is Baltimore, Maryland. Kimberly is Wisconsin. Geraldine is New Jersey. All right, let's see here. Okay, that'll work. That will work. Let's see, my Renaissance Garden, Missouri. Hey, Renita, how are you? Welcome in. Thank you for coming. Georgia in the digital building. All right now. Yes. We have people, the entire world is here. I was getting ready to say the same thing, Black Tropicals. I was getting ready to say the same thing. We got Pennsylvania in the house. Hey, Kit Kat and Roxanne, how you doing? Florence, South Carolina. Yes, Sharon's in the house. Jen, just found you maybe 5 minutes ago. Learned so much already. Oh, thank you, Jen. I appreciate that. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Doris is from Israel. Okay, yes, we actually have the world in the house today, and I love that. I absolutely love that. Thank you all for coming from near and far. Absolutely, that is amazing. Yes. Unknown is in the house. I don't know why my chat stopped over there. Unknown is in the house from Ohio. Casey is in the house. Found you already. My son and I made your country fried steak last night. Yay! I hope you all enjoyed it. We got Sienna, I think that's how you say it. Sienna from Massachusetts. We have Anna from Italy. Hello, welcome in. Sharon is from Orlando. Oh my goodness, we do. We have all the world in the house today. I love that. I love that, love that, love that. Okay, let's move forward and get our pie crust made because we have to put them in the refrigerator for a little bit to let them rest in there. Roxanne says, hello Pam's channel. Found me about a week ago and I'm hooked on her recipes and great her personality. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Yes, 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 yes. I know Ann says, welcome to everyone from everywhere. That's amazing. Song says, good morning, Pam. Oh, she's just speaking to everybody. Fantastic. Okay, so for our pie crust, I'm actually going to make 2 batches because I'm going to make 4 total pie crust. And for my size of my food processor and for the recipe that I use, it's easier to do it into 2 batches than to try to make all this and to separate it into 4. So the recipe that I am using, I actually have a video up already. But I'm going to actually redo that entire video at some point in time. But just for today, that was one of, hey, Nurul, I think that's how you pronounce it. Yes, let me see, let me go back up. I missed somebody, I think. Let me see. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, so I looked at that video a little bit ago, and that's another reason why I decided to do that particular part on prep today. Hey, Nikki, how are you? It's because that was one of my very first videos, and I don't know really what happened in that video, but it actually jumped from making the pie crust. No, when I was using the food processor, I put the flour in there. Then the next thing I know, I was putting it on the table. And I'm like, okay, what happened to the other ingredients? I said that to myself. So I know if one of you all watching, you're going to say, well, what do you do with the other ingredients? So that was about a year or 2 ago when I did that video. I have no clue of what happened in the editing or if I just missed it or what, but we're going to do it today. So need a food processor. At least this is what I use as a food processor. I won't say you absolutely need one, but it works perfect. So let me get my flour. You're gonna need flour, half a tablespoon of sugar. You will need ice water. It needs to be cold. I actually have some water sitting over there in a big cup of ice. That water needs to be, when I say ice water, I mean water in ice. It needs to be cold. Your butter needs to be super cold. I'm gonna take my butter right out the refrigerator, which it was in the freezer. It needs to be cold, 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 cold. This particular recipe for this pie crust, it does not need to be kneaded, okay? That's one of the most important things, because one thing when you work with pie crust, the more you work with it, the tougher it'll be. Yes. Hey, C. Kylas, how are you? How are you? Welcome in. Okay, Noah, thank you so much. I appreciate you. So, let me get my sugar and everything. Grab my ice water. My tablespoon ice water. And this ice water, I'm only going to use 7 tablespoons of it. And I know it's a lot, but I just needed to make sure I had really, really cold water. So that's why I have so much. Now, let me grab an apron because I really don't want to get any flour on my birch. Let me do this. Come with me. I'll show you what to do. Y'all know I had to do that, right? Don't forget to press the light. Okay, yes, that says P-Man says that. So, let's see here. Go ahead and get my apron on. Never thought to use a processor for my crust. I've always used my hands over. Yes, and the one thing about your hands, the reason thing about your hands is if you're going to use your hands, you want to make sure make your hands cold first. Get you another thing of ice water and put your hands in there and make it cold, because the heat from your hands is going to melt that butter as well. So you want to handle that. You want to handle it as least as possible because of the heat. Now, once I roll this out, Sasha Rescue, hey, once I roll this dough out and actually put it into my pie plates, then the pie plates go back in the refrigerator. You need to put them back in the refrigerator again. Make sure it's cold again. Even if you're blind baking it, before you blind bake it, because working with it, just rolling it out and working with it, it's going to get warm. That butter's going to be warm. You need the butter to be super cold going into your oven to get that flaky crust. Hey, Lisa. Oh, she said better than Martha Stewart. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Ann says, oh, I'm on the phone. Let me go and get my laptop. I can order that merch. Okay, thank you, Ann. Thank you, Ann. Let me push this back. My cup. Take a sip. Sit that over here. So, Pam, are you using something? No, I'm using regular all-purpose flour. It's 2.5 cups, and that's going to make 2 pie crust. Let me take this out of here. My bay leaf, y'all saw that video, right? And take my bay leaf out because we don't want bay leaf into the pie crust. Yes, I am using all-purpose flour. It's 2.5 cups. You do need to get as close to an exact measurement as possible. So I have a cup measurement and I have a half cup measurement. And I came to get this so I can level it off. So, and put this in. It's 1 cup. Baking is, it is, Nikki. It is. This makes 2 cups. And then we need a half. Yeah, hey, Corrine, how are you? First time here, love. Thank you so much, Corrine. I appreciate it. I may have to go get some more flour on my cabinet. And this is the half a cup. And I just poured quite a bit on the counter. See, that's what y'all don't see in videos because you clean it up and you keep it moving. But that looks like about a teaspoonful. And yes, I'm going to get it back. I'm going to put it in. Exact measurements here, guys. Exact measurements. So let me clean that little spill up. I'll be right back. So we got to clean that up. Oh, thank you so much, Psalms 146. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amazing. That's amazing. Thank you. Okay. Hey, dog father, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. How you doing today? What you over there grilling? What you gonna grill? What you gonna put on the grill for the holiday? Come on now. I know you're putting something on the grill. I'm still learning my grill skills. I love cooking on the grill. I just need to get my grill skills going a little bit better. That's one of my favorite methods to cook. Okay, so we have our flour in here. Thank you for teaching us. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Psalms 146. Okay. So now we have our flour in here. Next thing we're going to do is put our sugar in here. And that is a half tablespoonful, which, let me grab another one for the next one. Okay, so now I need to pulse it just a little bit to combine that sugar and flour. Okay, October Opal, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Just want to pulse it a couple of times. All you're trying to do is make sure that the sugar is incorporated with the flour, okay? Now we need our butter. You need 2 sticks of butter cut into cubes. Let me grab my knife. And a little trick here. You can put, you're going to need a half a teaspoon of salt, or you can simply use salted butter, because the salt, when you use salted butter, it's a little bit better because it's already thoroughly and fully incorporated. So you don't have to worry about making sure it's incorporated in any specific way. Hey, Avis, blessings to you too, all the way from Jamaica. So I am cutting it into cubes by first the long way. I'm going to cut it in half. That way, in very cold butter, so it should cut without breaking or smearing too much. I picked it up and I flipped it over the other way, and I'm going to cut that straight down the middle in half. Now I'm just going to slice it, and when you do that, you have cubes. Let me take the top off before I can put it in. Do you think that'll help? Think it'll help if I take the top off the food processor? So just go ahead and put those in there. You can cut them all up and put them in there, or you can put them in there as you go. It doesn't matter. Just put them all around. Yes, never hear Jamaica and think, okay, jerk you. I know, right? Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Sweet potato pie, can't wait. Yes, in Oklahoma. All right. So now we're going to do our second stick while it's still cold. Oh my goodness, Loretta, thank you so much. Your personality will happily keep us in the kitchen all day. Oh, thank you so much for that amazing super chat. I appreciate you so much. That is such an amazing super chat that you just sent up. Thank you so much. Yes. The dog father says, man, my kids had to be adopted. They don't like turkey dressed in a sweet. My kids don't like turkey. Well, I take that back. I have one child that doesn't like, no, 2 that don't care for turkey too much. So yeah, I don't know what's, and none of them care for dressing. None of them. None of my kids want any dressing. I'm like, okay, more for me. How about that? Flip this over. Cut it in half. And when you're cutting this into cubes, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just want it to be in smaller pieces for your food processor. That's your bottom line. So if you choose to chop it up in a different manner or something, it's all good. It is all good. No dressing straight. I know, right? Isn't that right? I know. That's the main thing. I'm waiting for the turkey and the dressing myself, okay? Because you can cook it any time of the year, but for whatever reason, it's just best at this time. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay, so let me move this out the way. So So we're going to pulse this a few times first, and then we're going to add in our water. Hey, Jay Harris and Fern, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Honestly, y'all can keep everything else but stay out of my way when it comes to turkey and dressing. I know, that's the best part of the whole thing. Yes, I guess because other stuff, and you want to pulse this. Do not turn your food processor on high. Don't turn it on low. You want to pulse it. This is why I'm using a food processor and not a blender or a mixer or anything else like that. You need to just pulse it. You just want to pulse it. You don't want to mess with this dough too much. So you just want to pulse it. We're just getting that butter incorporated into the flour right now. It sure is, Nikki. Okay, a little bit more. Because you want to make sure the butter is incorporated first before you add the water. Because once you add the water, all you're looking for it to do is stick together. As soon as it sticks together, you're done. That's approximately 7 tablespoons of water. No more. No more. A tablespoon less than a half a cup, but you don't need to put it in all at once because I have had times where I only needed 5 tablespoons. I don't know, maybe it was the texture of the flour, the humidity in the air, I don't know, but you want to put it in there tablespoon by tablespoon. Going to have sweet potato dump cake. Oh, that sounds delicious. Okay. Okay, we are all nice and crummy right now. So I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons of water in here, and I'm just going to pulse it. You don't want the ice, you just want the water. And yes, I could put it through here, but I need to see what it looks like. So I personally just like taking my top off. You don't have to. So that was 2 tablespoons. Oh, me, thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Look at that amazing support. Thank you, me. I appreciate that. And that makes 4 spoonfuls. Pulse again. And it's coming. This makes 6, and I'll see where we are at that point. That's a great way to mix it. Yes, it really is, and it really is. Let's see how sticky it is at this point. And it's sticking together, but I want it to stick together just a tad bit more. So I'm going to put my 7th spoonful in here, pulse it, and then we're probably done. Let me rinse my hand off. Thank you, me. I appreciate that. I think it looks good. I'm going to see. Before I do that, let's see. This is the wet one. I'll put it over here. My wet towel. I need to wipe my counter off and dry it, because we're going to dump this out on the counter. We're going to put it right here on this counter. Let me move this off of here for right now. Don't need it for right now. Nor do I need this for right now. Put my water over here, no spills, so I can push this back some more. Dry it off. Make sure your counter is clean and dry. Clean and dry. Okay, put that over there. Put this right here. Let's see if it's sticky enough. Yep, look how that stuck together. Can you see? It just stuck together. That's what you want. Oops, I need to put some flour down here. Okay. So, put a little flour on your counter. Not much, because you don't want to incorporate a lot of flour into your pie crust. So just a little bit. I know that might look like a lot, but it's spread out. It's really not. It's really not a lot. So put that right there. I'm trying to make sure I put everything where you all can still see. Hey, Lisa Carter Eats in the house. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. And yes, okay, so now just dump your pie crust right out. Just don't dump it, but gently, gently pour it right out on here. Okay. We're doing another batch, so I don't need to clean it. Same thing's going to happen. Now, you don't need to knead this. I know it looks like a big crumbly mess, but all you're going to do is take your hands, and if your hands are warm, you want to cool them off. My hands happen to actually be cold. Hey, Cookie, how are you? Pie crust is what I'm making right now, and push it together. Just push it together. Don't knead it. You don't need to turn it over. You don't need to do all that. Push it together. Push it together. You see it's forming into a ball, right? Push it together. That's it. Push it together. Hey, spoiled brat, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. You see how that came together? Where I can pick it up? I didn't do no kneading. You don't need to knead no pie crust for 8 hours, 5 hours, or whatever it is. Take it, separate it into 2 pieces as equal as possible without measuring. You don't need to take a tape measure out and measure this. Then flatten it out into a disc. Hey, Sharika, hello, hello, how are you? Thank you for coming in. And Sonia, thank you for coming in too. Press it into a disc. Just flatten it out as much as possible into it. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle either. When they say a disc, just, you know, the rounder it is, the easier it's going to be to roll out. So you don't want a rectangle, but it doesn't have to be a perfect circle either. So I'm going to just scoot this one to the side a little bit. We're going to flatten this one into a disc as well. Hey, Maribel is hooked. How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. Yes, Sweet Violet. Hello, hello, welcome in. Good morning. I just stumbled upon your channel. Fantastic. I'm glad you did. Hey, Hands in the Dirt. How you doing, Stacy? Welcome in, welcome in. And just flatten the other one into a disc as best you can, like I said. It doesn't have to be perfect. Hey, Holly Hubbies, how are you? T Love Me One, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, so now that it's in a disc, my hands are a hot mess. I'm going to leave them a hot mess. I'm going to get my plastic wrap. Can anybody in the chat tell me where I'm going to get my plastic wrap from? Where am I getting ready to go get my plastic wrap from? Can you tell me? Hey, Marion. And Eat Local Honey, welcome in, welcome in. Who can tell me where I'm getting ready to get my plastic wrap from? Come on now. I need somebody to say it so I can go ahead and get it. Hey, how you doing, Old School Soul Food? Welcome in, welcome in. Sarah, hello, 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 welcome in. The fridge, yes, that's close, yes. Gloria got it, that's the first one I see. Hey, Monica, the freezer. Why do I have it in the freezer, people? Why do I have it in the freezer? This is a quiz, this is a quiz. Yes, I had it in the freezer. Now take it out. Look at that. It is not sticking to itself. Where's the thing at? Oh, it's at the bottom. Okay, take it and wrap your disc up into the plastic wrap. Make sure it's covered good. That's one. No sticking. That's right. That's right. Hey, Barbara, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. See? Oh my goodness, this is funny. And so we do the other one. Same thing. Wrap it up. Now we have our first two made. We're going to make two more. I'm going to put these in the refrigerator though. Okay. So, although I'm not washing my food processor, I am cleaning my counter. So give me a second. No, I didn't put that on the floor. It's in my hand. Uh-oh. I kicked the counter going into my thing. I wanted my pastry cutter. Okay, so I'm just going to clean this up. I was looking for my pastry cutter. Sorry about shaking that camera. And then we're going to make our second set of pie crust. Hey, Pink Peonia, how are you? Yes. I hope you all have a blessed Thanksgiving. Thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Get all that extra off because we don't want that going into our next set. Go ahead, clean this off, then dry it off. Let's see here. Hands in the dirt is speaking to everybody. Nikki said the freezer. Yes, speaking of, put it back. We'll need it again in a minute. We will need it again in a minute. So clean this off and we are going to do our second set. Okay, make sure your counter is dry and clean again. Hey, Humphrey, how you doing? F.R. Humphrey's in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. Nitty, is that the way you say that? Thank you. Said, I love your videos. Thank you so much. I hope I got that right. If I get anybody's name wrong, like I said earlier, charge it to my head, not my heart. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Yes. Let me see. Amazing, amazing. If I skipped anybody or missed anybody, I apologize. I apologize. That is not my intention. That over there. Dry it off, then I can move my towels. Okay, let's get our processor back up here, front and center. And move these towels. Let me rinse these towels out. This one at least. Okay, we are back and we're getting ready to do our second one. So, same thing again. You need, here it is. You need 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour. And I know there is another bay leaf in here. I think I better find it. One. I'm looking for that bay leaf. There it is. There it is. Let me take it out. Oh, and that's just the corner of one. Let me get that. It's just a corner of one. And I'm going to probably need to go over there and get some more flour. Maybe not. Okay. In the video's blurry for anyone else? Is the video blurry for anyone else? Kat says it's blurry for her. Is it blurry for anyone else? I haven't heard anyone else say that. Kat, maybe refresh and see if that clears it up for you. So that's our 2 cups. And now we need our 1/2 cup. Dogfather says it's good here. And there's my other bay leaf. These can go back in there when we're done. Everybody says no. Yes, slightly blurry says, who says slightly? Jennifer says slightly blurry. Maybe, I don't know, it looks like it is for some of you all and not for others. So maybe it's the type of connection you may have or something. So that's our 2.5 cups. Ola Joe says to refresh. Yes, refresh. Let me get my other towel. Thank you so much, Little Dutchie. Thank you so much for that amazing super chat. I appreciate it. Your videos make me so happy. I think you're the best. Thank you for sharing your tips and tricks. You are so welcome. You are so very welcome. And thank you for that amazing support. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. What a blessing. Okay. So now we're going to put in our sugar again. This is a 1/2 tablespoon of sugar. That's all you need in there. We are officially done with this. To the side. Pulse it just for a couple of times to incorporate that sugar with the flour. The flour just seems to fly everywhere. Doesn't matter. At least for me. When I'm cooking with flour like this, it doesn't matter. It just like flies everywhere. And I just have to keep cleaning as I go. I'll put those in there because I only need a little bit more. I won't put the bay leaves in just yet. Okay, let's see. Sweet Violets. Oh, she's talking to somebody else. Hey, Reborn. I haven't seen you in so long. Blessings to you. I hope you're doing amazing. Thank you so much for coming in. Haven't seen you in probably like a year. Thank you so much for coming in. That is the sugar that we just pulsed into the flour. Now we're going to get our butter out. Cut it back into cubes again. Keep everything in the refrigerator that needs to be cold until you need to use it. Hey, GBs, how you doing? Again, 2 sticks. I'm using salted because the salt is already fully incorporated into the butter, and you don't have to worry about making sure it's incorporated. And I lost that knife, so we'll get another one. I don't know where I put it. I do not know where I put it. Reborns, I have been busy. So glad to see you. Yes. What's the bay leaf in the flour for? Okay, so I have a video, and it's called How to Store Flour. And the reason you put it in there is it keeps any kind of weevils or anything like that out of it. So that's why you put the bay leaf in there. And you can see the whole video. It's how to store flour. Yeah, my name is Susie. Hey, Susie. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everyone has a good, safe holiday tomorrow. You too. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. Yes, what is the reason for putting the bay leaves in the flour? Yes, Sweet Violet, I was just saying it is to keep any weevils or anything like that out of it. It's how you store your flour. GBs, I feel like I'm sitting on the other side of the table. Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Hey, Penny Down. I think I said that right. I hope I said that right. I'm not sure if I did or not, but I hope I did. Yes. Just putting in my butter, cold butter, for our flaky crust. Hey, Pastor Kim. I am doing fantabulous. It's so good to see you. How you doing? How are you? How are you? You're welcome, spoiled brat. Yes. I came in a little late. What are you making? Right now, I'm making pie crust. Earlier, I just roasted. I'm just prepping. So I'm actually making my pie crust so they'll be ready when I'm ready to make my pies later. I have sweet potatoes that I'm roasting in the oven right now for my sweet potato pies. Then when I finish with these, when I get this set of pie crust into the refrigerator, then I'm going to start chopping up my Trinity for my turkey and for my dressing and for something else. Oh, I need some celery chopped up for my potato salad. Yes, I use a bay leaf in my steamed rice. Yes, I put bay leaves in food as well, you know, especially stews and soups and things like that. So, yes. Thank you, Ann, for putting that link in there. Anybody want to know how to store the flour? Ann just put that link into the stream. Thank you so much for doing that. Okay, turn this over, do it this way. And then we can chop it and get it in here. Oh, Lord, roasted sweet potatoes, my weakness. Yes, I always roast them for my sweet potato pies because the flavor is just so much more amazing and intense when you roast them as opposed to, hey, Shelly, how are you? I just saw you as opposed to boiling them. Welcome, Shelly. How are you? Thank you for coming. I chopped up my onions, celery, green peppers last night. Yep. That's next on the list. Okay, so now we're going to pulse this, my spoon for my water. We're going to pulse this butter into the flour. Good morning, Pencil. Thank you so much. Begin pulse, guys. Shih Tzu, how are you? Hey, Farrah, what are your favorite Thanksgiving memories? Just having everybody in the house at one time. Being thankful for the year that has passed from that time, being thankful for the year that's coming ahead, and having everybody right there at one time. That's my biggest thing that I'm thankful for. Yes, I'm getting ready to prep and bake too. Yes. Okay, just a couple more pulses, and then we can put our water in. Hey, Brent, what food processor are you using? It's a KitchenAid. I'm not exactly sure the size, but it's not a huge one. I can't see the lines because it's filled. What's the capacity of it? The lines are on here for us, the cups, but I can't see it because it's filled. Be sure we bless the host. Thank you, Carter's. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you so much. Basil says, be careful with that knife. Everybody's always talking about me swinging the knives. I guess I kind of live with a knife in my hand always because I'm always cooking. So, okay. So I needed my tablespoon and, again, my ice water. Yes. Thank you, Ola Joe, for putting that in there. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Okay, so now we're going to add our water in here. Again, I'm going to add by the spoonfuls. I used exactly 7 last time, so I'm pretty sure I'll probably need 7 this time. But we're going to do 2, 2, 2, and 1. Just to be sure. There goes that flour again all over the place. Okay, that was 2. This makes 4. Hey, Elro, welcome in, welcome in. I'm learning to make Crust, yes, yes. I always bought the store kind. This is so easy, child. I'm like, it's so easy. And you can make them, you know, if you have, I have one pan that's kind of a deep pan. So this, let me finish coating this first because I don't want it to sit. Then I'm gonna show you the pans. This is 6. Ooh, I actually hit the wrong button. Y'all heard that? And number 7. And I see that awesome coffee cup on it. Yes, it says, come with me. I'll show you what to do. Cooking at Pam's Place, established 2019. I do have a limited edition one too. And then it says, as seen on YouTube. And that's on both sides of the mug. Yes, just like it's on the back of my shirt. Hey, Elliot. Watching from the United Kingdom, never done Thanksgiving, but our Christmas are probably just okay. Let me see if this is together enough. I actually want this together a little bit more, so I'm gonna pulse it a little bit more. I'm gonna put any more water in it here. Pulse it a few more times. Let me see if this is. I'm gonna add a half a spoon more because I want it to stick together a little bit more. Sweet violet. For 2 pie crusts, it's gonna be 2 sticks of butter. Oh, thank you, Carter's Eats. Okay, there you go. Now see the difference? That's why I wanted to put that little bit. I didn't put a whole tablespoon in it the last one. I put a half one in it. So now I have to clean off my counter and make sure it's dry so I can get this on here. You want them to stay in the refrigerator for at least an hour. However, they can stay up to 24 hours. Nope, I need a little bit more flour. They can stay up to 24 hours. Get this cleared off and dried. Hey, Lisa, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. You could be cleaning the food processor off. I'm supposed to be cleaning the counter off. Lord have mercy. Cleaning the wrong stuff. I'm cleaning the food processor off. I should be cleaning off my counter because that's where I have to put my flour. That's where I have to put the pie crust. I'll tell y'all. Behind the scenes, the things you all don't get to see in the videos because, well, if I make a spill, of course I clean it up before I finish videoing or I edited it out. So I love the behind the scenes though because it just is what it is. Make sure this is good and dry. Are you pulling the threads from sweet potatoes with a handheld mixer? Yes, I only use a handheld mixer. I don't even own a stand mixer. I only use a handheld mixer. What I typically do is when I blend it, I will blend it, get the strings that's on there. I rinse my beaters, blend again, rinse my beaters, blend again. I keep doing that at least maybe about 5 or 6 times until there's no more strings on there, and that's how I do it. Elliot says, do you have any traditions you started yourself instead of being passed down from family? And Dirt Rose says, behind the scenes are fun. Yes. That I actually started myself. That's a good question. Pretty much everything I do, my mama did. I'm trying to think. What do I do differently? That's a good question. I don't think so. I really don't. And it might be if I really stood to think about it. But off the top of my head, I really don't think so. Other than, I don't think so. I don't think so. That's a good one. I like that question. It'll make me start thinking about it. I'll be thinking about that tonight. I probably will be. So now, put that right there so it won't fall off. Again, dump it out. Are there certain brands of flour, butter, or no, ma'am. Yes, it's called on sale. Seriously. If it's on sale, that's what I buy. That's what I buy, especially right now. Things are just so high. Okay, that's fine. Again, you want to push it together. 2 sticks, okay, thank you. You're welcome. Push it together. You don't need to knead this and do all that work. That's extra. It's not necessary. The less you mess with this, the flakier your pie is going to be. As you see, it really don't take long. Think about if I wasn't paying attention to the chat and talking, I would have been through with this. You know, I'm doing multiple things. But outside of that, separate. And now, I'll show you my pie pan. But this one, I'm going to separate slightly uneven because I have a deep dish pan over there. So I want a little bit more for that deep dish pan than I do my regular pan. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have some overage when you roll it out from the sides, from the edge. But I want to have enough for that deep dish pan. Miss Pam, you've got me up and motivated. Oh, yes. Good job. Yes, I like that. Absolutely. Cart, that's fantastic. Hey, how you doing? AAP Variety is in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Thanksgiving. Haven't seen you guys in a while. I haven't been over there in a while. Thank you so much for coming in. Hey, CJ's Info. Oh my goodness. How are you? Thank you so much for coming in. Look, what did y'all do? Y'all go get all the oldies people? Because here comes Rick Sanchez. I haven't seen all you all just dropping in to say hello and a like. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yes, that is amazing, amazing. Thank you. It's like all you all came in at the same time. Yes, I love that. Y'all got together and say, let's go over there right now. Yes. So good to see you all. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone as well. Okay, so I got my 2 discs. One is larger than the other. That is fantastic. Let me grab my plastic wrap. It's okay if you wipe everything down. It's not a bad idea. It sure isn't. It sure isn't. Okay. Let me get my plastic wrap. And cover it up, making sure it stays in the disc form. Cover it up. Put it in the refrigerator. Hey, Dr. Kara, oh my goodness. How are you? So good to see you. Tell Yoda I said happy Thanksgiving. And if he answers back, I don't know what you're gonna do. Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. Okay, what did I do that time? I just didn't pull it off right. Okay. Let's see. I use freezer bags to put my pie crust in. It's easy for, okay, yes, that works too. That works too. And as you can see, this time I have one that's larger than the other one, and I'll show you why in a second. Put this in the refrigerator. I got all these cords over here. You know what? I'm through with that. Let me drop that cord. There we go. Okay, so let me clean up this mess, and then I'm going to show you those. I'm going to show you those pie plates. Right. Okay, clean this off. We can move to our next step. Dirty Rose says, since my name is Destiny, I call Destiny's Pie. Okay, that works. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Why can't I get the food processor talking? Okay, there we go. There we go. I'm like, how come I can't get the food processor on here? Okay. We're going to take this loose and move this all together. Now we can really clean up. I'll show you those dishes that I'm talking about, why I made one larger than I made the other one. Yes. Hey, how are you doing, Katina? Welcome in, welcome in. Sleepy Lee, hello, how are you? Let me wash this out and wash it one more time. Okay, let's see here. Hey, Jonathan and Jules, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming. So glad you all are talking to each other in the chat. It's always good to get to know people. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, we are good and clean for our next thing. I'm going to show you these pie plates. All right. This is my deep dish pie plate. And as you can see, it's a big difference between the two. And this is why I needed to make. So if you have different sizes or different types of pies and sizes that you want to make that adjustment when you're rolling out your disc, so that you'll have a piece, you'll have your pie crust that'll fit your larger one if you're not using some that are all the same size. Loretta King, Miss Pam, have you considered offering private? I have thought about that, and that's something that I may be doing and looking into more, but I kind of want to get a feedback before I do it of how much interest I'll have in it, because, you know, I wouldn't want to do a one-on-one private lesson. I would rather do a group private lesson, like through Zoom or even through a live like this, but just private. I'm thinking about making that also as one of my membership tiers, that anybody in that membership tier gets the private classes. So that would be one way to do it. And if they're a member and they're a member on that tier, that's part of a perk. That would be their perk, would be that, and any things, of course, under that. So I've been considering making that one of my perks in 2024 on a specific level just for that. And maybe if it's either a weekly class or maybe twice a month or something like that is what I'm thinking about. Michelle says, good morning, everyone. Sarah says, love all your educational tips, never too old to learn. That's the truth. I learn every day. Yes, Little Dutchie says, we would never want to leave if we were at your house. Faith, hello. Faith, welcome in, welcome in. I love it. Let me know I'm interested. Okay, I am. That's my biggest thing, is I'm thinking about making it a tier of the memberships. And that way, anybody on that tier, that will be their perk, will be private lessons, and I'll know exactly how much. But I might do a poll or something to see if I have enough interest in it. I don't really want to offer an additional perk if I have like 3 people that's interested in it. So I want to have a lot of interest in it. Anyone watching from bed? I'm still in bed. Eat Local Honey says I'm still in bed. I know that's right. Hold up, Miss Pam. Don't skip and enter an entire year 2020. Oh, you know what? I was talking to someone yesterday and I kept saying 2024. And I even said to them, why am I skipping 2023? You're right. I did not mean 2024. I meant 2023. Thank you, Cherie. Thank you. I did not know. I don't know why I kept saying that. That's crazy. Okay, but let me get my cutting board out here. And where did I put that towel at? Oh, here it is. Okay, I need 2 things here. I got a bucket I got a bowl here that I'm going to be putting in things I want to keep from my scraps that I'm going to maybe replant or compost or something like that. Then my bucket for trash, which is a popcorn bucket with a plastic bag in it. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy at all. Which diameter pie plate? 8 or 9 inch. I don't know which size those are. But I just know one is deep dish and one isn't. This is a 9 inch. And this is a 9.5 inch. But this is a 9.5 inch. But it's just deeper. It's deeper. Both of them. This is a 9 inch. This is 23. This is 3/4 quart. This doesn't say quart. This is 24 centimeters. And this says 23 centimeters. So. Hey, Lord Akira. How are you? I went to get a wet paper towel to put up under my cutting board to make sure it stays still. I want to use the other side of it as well. So it was already on the right side. There we go. It was already on the right side. Okay, and that's because you have grown a whole year's worth of growth already. Let's be sure to get, oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Shelly says, Miss Pham, you inspire me every day to keep moving. Oh, thank you, Shelly. I appreciate that. Janie says, yay, finally made it to a live. Welcome in, welcome in. So good to see you. Hey, Joe, Garden State Gardener's in the house. How you doing, Joe? Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. Hey, good times. Hey, good morning, Scaredy Cat Gardener. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. Yes, 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 yes. Coach is in the house. Okay, I need to wipe this down again. And where's my big knife? It needs to be clean. Okay. Miss Pam doing Thanksgiving prep is about, oh, thank you. Do I have any of my Facebook people in the house? Do I have any of my IG people in the house? Yes, let me know, let me know. What did she say? I saw something about coleslaw. Let me see. I can't wait to try your oh, I love coleslaw. I just eat that on the regular sometimes. Yes. I keep going to prep. I'm going to prep soon. Okay, fantastic. I need to get going since I'm hosting. Thank you so much. Dirty Road Destiny. Yes. Do you have that pie crust recipe in printable form? We may not. Yes, I do. Renaissance Grandma. Okay, and your cute membership icon looks like Snoopy sleeping in. I never thought about that. I never thought about that. I do. S. Arbachek says, Pam, will you show us turkey prep today? No, I won't show you turkey prep today because I will be doing that much later. I will be doing that much later. But I'm YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram says, and I pretty much have I have a large roaster on my channel, and that is pretty much the exact way that I prep my turkey. And my Renaissance grandma, I actually have the entire video of the pie crust on my channel. However, I was looking at it recently, and that's why I decided to do the pie crust this morning. I was looking at it recently, and I don't know if it happened in my editing, it's an older video, probably about 2 years old. So I wasn't probably doing as well on just videoing or editing my videos. I put the flour in the food processor and I started pulsing it. Then I cut the butter, and then I was putting it on the counter. I'm like, when did the water come in? I didn't put the butter, there was missing parts. So I'm gonna actually have to redo that entire video, but it is up there, and at least and in that video, in the description, you have the exact measurements that are in there. As a child, I remember seeing my neighborhood and sliced bananas to her coleslaw. No, ma'am. I don't like bananas well enough. I surely wouldn't put them in my coleslaw. Ain't happening. So, got some celery I'm gonna start with. And I'm gonna cut off. This is going outside in the ground. Probably tomorrow. I'm gonna wrap it up in foil. And not tomorrow, probably Friday or Saturday. And we're gonna grow some celery from this bottom and from this bottom. I'm not gonna do anything else to it. I'm gonna walk outside and I'm gonna push it in the dirt and I'm gonna walk away. That's it. Last time I did that, I had 3-foot celery. 3 foot. My celery was 3 feet tall, y'all. So it goes in my glass bowl because it's a keeper. Yes. Hey, Lady Bird. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much. Hey, Gina. How are you? Coleslaw on my fried catfish every day? Maybe, but I don't want it on my, what did she say? Put it in. Whatever it was, I don't want it on that. That's for sure. So now I'm going to cut this. I need another dish. Actually going to need even another dish because I'm cutting up my celery, green peppers, and onions for 3 things: for my potato salad, my dressing, and then for my turkey as well. So this will be the one for the turkey, this will be for the one for dressing, and I just need a small amount for my potato salad. So what we will do, I need onions too for my potato salad. Hold up. Since I can't find nothing quick enough, everything's everywhere, I'm gonna just use one of my pop plates for that, and I'll just wash it out. Hey, Brent, do you live in a climate where you can still do planting here in Michigan? Yes, yes and no. Some things I can. Like I have all my brassicas out there, and they're wonderful. It does get cold here. It's cold here now, but we don't stay cold very long. Okay, this afternoon it'll probably be in this 40s, upper 40s or something like that. When we do drop down below freezing, it's for a day or two. When we do have snow, it's like a ½ an inch for a day, half a day. So we don't get very much cold weather. And for my celery, I'm just slicing it, each one of these long stalks right down the middle, and then we're gonna chop it up from there. All of my ones with the greenery on it, I pretty much leave it like that. I use the greenery, it goes around and in my turkey. Nothing goes to waste. Nothing at all. I'm gonna cut up my celery for my potato salad first. It needs to be cut up the finest because it's potato salad, it will remain raw, and I don't want to bite into a huge chunk of celery. Ladybird says, no Thanksgiving in the UK, but you are so, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. No, it is Boeing airplane. Oh, okay. Whether it's a Boeing us. Let me see. Let me go back up so I can catch that message. Let's see. Do you live in Columbus, Florida? Born in an airplane? I don't know what the airplane was for. I missed that. I guess y'all talking to each other. Melissa says, good morning, Pamela. I just love your channel. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much for coming. So I'm just chopping this up pretty fine. Doesn't have to be itty bitty. We want to taste it. And could I do this in my food processor? Yes. So if you don't want to stand here and chop all this stuff up, use your food processor. Personally, to me, it brings out more water than I want, so I do it by hand. But there are times and things that I do. Put it in the food processor, zip, zip, zip. I'm going to make my carrot cake. Those carrots going to be in there, zip, zip, zip. Carrots are grated. So yes, you can absolutely use your food processor. You do not have to stand up here and do this by hand. But I also like the process thereof, so I'm good with doing it by hand. I should have got my thing. Let me go grab that. Wash my hands off right quick and grab that. Okay, this little scraper is good for a lot of things, and I like to use it for my picking up my vegetables as well. Okay, that is enough celery that I need for my potato salad. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Carrots, yes. Banana and coleslaw. That's what it was. No, thank you. No, thank you, no, thank you, no, thank you. This is the wrong bowl. This is for the turkey. This is for the dressing. And for the dressing, even though I'm going to cook these first, now, I do know that a lot of people cook their vegetables, their celery, onions, and green peppers into their cornbread. And there's nothing wrong with that. However, if you choose to do that way, I find it best, and what I say is not written in stone. Y'all can do what y'all need to do if that's the way y'all like it. But what I have found best is if you saute them a little bit, and you don't need to, if you want to put some flavoring in it, you can just put some water in there. You need to cook them until they become fork tender before you put it in your cornbread mix and bake it as a whole in your cornbread, because it's dressing. You want your vegetables to be cooked. So whether you put them in the cornbread or cook them separately, I will cook mine separately and add them to the cornbread. Cornbread is already made that the other day, had that video up, and I will add it at the one time. But if you do add it, I think it's best if you, add it after it has been cooked. And that's just my own personal thing. Like I said, it ain't written in stone, but that's the way I do it. Yes, yes. Hey, Deborah, how are you? Welcome in. Thank you for coming. How long do you roast your potatoes? They've been in there about an hour, and I smell them, so it's probably time for them to come out. I checked on them one of the times I went to wash my hands or get something, and they needed a little bit more time. I have them on 375 right now, and they needed a little bit more time when I checked them then. So I'm going to check them after I finish cutting up this celery and see if they need to come out. Hey, story time. I agree. Nobody wants crunchy. Exactly. I put that right there now, because that's going in dirt anyway. So this is for my dressing. Does not have to be as fine. And I like, as a general rule, typically the Trinity, which is your celery, green peppers, and onions. It's 1 part green pepper, 1 part celery, and 2 parts onion. It can be 1 part onion. But typically, as I have learned, whenever I'm cooking with all three, specifically with something like dressing, you want more onion then you do celery, and more celery, then you do green peppers. So that's my rule of thumb of how I put it in. Hey, Kit, Miss Pam, I started watching your videos yesterday. You're so amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Brandy is here. Hey, Brandy, how are you? Preach that dressing, Miss Pam, says Loretta King. Yes. You know, I mean, personally, I just don't want crunchy. I don't want no crunchy dressing. I want the flavor, but I don't, no. So this is about all the celery I will need. Whoopsie, maybe a little bit more. I don't have to cook a lot of dressing because, as I said before, when Dog Father was in here, I don't know if he's still here now, but we were talking about kids not liking dressing, and myself and my husband, we're the only ones that actually like dressing in our entire family. So it's just me and him eating the dressing. So I don't have to cook a ton of it, but we do love it, okay? So I do need to make sure I got a nice size amount because we do love it. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Destiny, you have a wonderful, blessed Thanksgiving. Thank you so much for coming in. Kit, my cottage cheese is upside. All right now, there you go. Oh, I want to try. Ooh, well, you know what? You try banana coleslaw, and then you let me know how it is. So I've got my celery for my. Oh, and if you noticed, when I cut my celery up, this one is a little bit more greener than this one. So I'm going to use the darkest green for my potato salad because it's going to stay raw, and so you want that color coming through. This is going to be cooked. It's going to be in dressing. It's going to have, what's this stuff called? Sage. Couldn't think of it. Sage on it, so the color's not going to matter. Everything that's going in here is going around my turkey in the pot or in the turkey. It don't matter how it's cut. It just does not matter. So, again, we need the bottom so we can grow some more. Yes, 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 yes. So I'm just cut up a few more pieces. And as a general rule, I know this is gonna sound crazy to some of you all. As a general rule, I make sure when I'm cutting up my celery, my green peppers, and my onions, I don't care how much I have. If I get to the end, like this is all the celery I have right now in the house. Well, I have some that's frozen in the freezer, but fresh, this is it, okay? So this right here in my hand will not get used because if I start cooking something, now I don't know what it could be because right now off the top of my head, I'm not putting celery in anything else, but if I start cooking and get all the way to late this evening or tomorrow, oh, I do need some for something else. See, that's what I'm talking about. I just thought about it. I get to somewhere along my cooking line and I'm like, oh snap, I done cut up all my celery, I didn't use it, I have no more. So I never, ever use the last of my veggies. This is going back in my foil over there and back in the refrigerator. And as I was speaking, I thought about it. I will need it. I put this in my gravy. I make a huge pot of gravy because although they don't like dressing, they want the gravy. But anyway, I will put this in my gravy, and I will fish it out at the end of the day because I want a smooth dark brown gravy, and I want nothing in it. I don't want nothing in my gravy, just smooth and dark brown. But I put a lot of stuff in it, and I fish it out or strain it out at the end, and I will need some celery for that. Now, if I had stood up here and cut this all up and prepped my turkey and did my dressing and did my potato salad, I wouldn't have had celery. So that's just another tip, something else I do. So I'm just gonna chop this up, and this goes in this pot right here. Love your content. Thank you so much. Don't use all your eggs. And that goes for green peppers and onions too. Now I have tons of onions, so I don't have to worry about that. I even got some outside, so I don't have to worry about that. Garlic too. Got lots of garlic. Got garlic outside. Got garlic in the freezer. But this celery, I don't have any more fresh celery. So no, I'm not using all of it. I boil my chicken with the last of my celery. Yes, 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 yes. Good tip on the celery color. Yes, the celery, I'm excited now. Exactly, and that's another thing I will need some celery for. Not only will I need it for the dressing, I will need it for, I do mine a little bit different. Sometimes I put giblets and stuff in my dressing. Sometimes I don't. Most of the time I don't. But I will cook them, and all that good flavored water is what I use to make my dressing for. It just depends. I try to change it up. I've put cranberries in my dressing before. Sometimes it's giblets, sometimes it's not. So I go back and forth just not to have the same one all the time. My family doesn't eat dressing either, most likely because they don't like celery. Oh, wow. Love watching your videos, learning a lot. Always refuse to make celery. It's difficult too much for one person. Yes. Hey, Shanu, Miss Pam, will you show us the gravy recipe? I have a gravy recipe up. If one of my moms would put that link in there it's the brown gravy. The brown gravy recipe. I have that recipe already up. Same thing for my bell peppers, and I have lots and lots and lots of bell peppers in my freezer, so I don't really have to worry about. I really don't have to worry about the bell peppers. But again, if these were only two I had, I wouldn't. Try to cut it where I don't have too many seeds to get out of there. I don't want any seeds in my dressing either. And I don't need any bell peppers for my, I don't need any bell peppers for my salad, or potato salad. I couldn't think of what you call it. I'm like, come on now, think. Yes. Got it. Thanks, Kat. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ola Joe, for putting that link in there. Okay. Put that up short. Matter of fact, these pieces right here, which were the ends of the bell pepper, I won't chop those up. They'll just go over here with the turkey because I need chunks to go in the turkey and around the turkey. I don't need that cut up. So I just need to cut this up for my dressing. Hey, Donna, how are you? Happy Thanksgiving to you, too. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. Hey, ENS, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. Appreciate you. Okay. Dressing here. And I love bell peppers. I could just eat bell peppers by themselves. Actually, I put a little salt on them. They're delicious. Yes. Thank you so much, ENSM. Thank you. Appreciate you. Absolutely. Okay, here we go. And I said I was gonna check on those potatoes. Y'all think I opened that oven? No, ma'am. Let me go check on these potatoes. Laya, thank you, from Melbourne. All right. Welcome in. Thank you for coming. And I will be right back. That is not cut up. I will be right back. Let me go check on my potatoes. They're absolutely done. Let me take these out. They are absolutely done. Good Time says, I don't know if she answered yet, but I took home economics in high school. I don't remember learning practical things though. It's mostly projects like pie. Yes, I I didn't take home ec in school. A lot of my friends did, but I didn't take it because what they were teaching in home ecs, I learned at home. So I didn't feel I needed to take that. I think I took extra gym or I don't health or something. I didn't take home ecs in school. Hey, Linda from the UK. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming. I need some more of this for my, whatchamacallit? Let's see here. Get this top off of here. Hey, Roots to Garden. Hello. First live. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for coming. Get these seeds out of here. And this is a good way if you want to take your bell peppers and dry your seeds. If you cut the top off like this and leave them like this and sit them somewhere and let them dry out, then they easily just come on off. They come right off. Hey, Laurie, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, that's enough for that. Put some more in there for my gravy. And that'll take care of that. Hey, Silver Spot, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for coming. Hey, Hector. Didn't see you come in. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being here. Let me see, let me see, let me see. Okay. Hey, CJ, welcome in. How are you? What was the seed tip? I missed it. Oh, if you can cut your bell pepper off, see the stem is still on there? Cut the top of your bell pepper off and just twist it out, leaving the seeds on the top. Then you can dry them out for planting. And you don't have to have 1,000 little seeds because once they dry, then they just pop right off real easy. So you can do that. You don't have to pull them off, take them off and let them dry. And you have all these little seeds everywhere trying to let them dry. And I got enough for my dressing. I could use a little bit more. Just take one little step here. And then the rest can be in chunks, actually. And again, I am going to leave some of this bell pepper, because it's the fresh bell pepper that I have. I'm going to leave it over with my celery. Grab some onions. And as she sure knows the ins and outs of it. Oh, I try. Hey, what is that? Seti Bit, I hope I said that right. I love your channel. Thanks for all the cooking tips. You are so welcome. Now I got 4 onions. I didn't have that much for the rest of the stuff, right? And then I have some garlic. Garlic isn't part of the Trinity necessarily, but I have it. Now you can keep the onion skins and make your own onion powder for them. I have that recipe on my other channel, but I'm not keeping these this particular time, but you can do that. It has an amazing flavor when you do that. And these are going to be for my potato salad. Hey, Samantha, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. Hector, what food are you making? Right now, I'm just prepping my Trinity, my green pepper, celery, and onion. I made my pie crust already, and I have roasted my sweet potatoes for my sweet potato pie. I found you from TikTok. Thank you for being there. Oh, you're so welcome. You are so welcome. I got to start growing indoors in pots. Okay. Yes. Is it cold where you are for you growing in pots? Mods. Ola Joe. I don't know if that was good or not. I couldn't read it. But y'all can. Hey, Donna. How many are you feeding? 10. 10. Oh, okay. Well, you can, I didn't, okay. Did I have, you can bring them back. Oh, can you bring them back? Do I need to bring them back? Let me see. Girl. I'll be on it, don't I? I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. Okay, let me see. Okay, did you bring them back already, Hola Joe? Because I don't see where I can. That's hilarious. I need to stay to cooking, don't I? Let y'all do what y'all supposed to do, huh? Yes, I wonder too, said short. I know, right? Okay, there we go. It's okay. You cook. Yes, ma'am. I will. You know I can't help it. Oh my goodness, that was hilarious. I thought the name looked familiar, but hey, you know, people be coming in as other folks, so. Kitty says, I hope your Thanksgiving is going well. Always wish I had a lady like you in my life. When I was younger, I'm usually doing all, yes. I always do all the cooking. I love it though. I love it. And Dale cracking up. I know, right? And you all are not seeing me cut these onions and things in any particular way. I'm just getting done. And it comes with a lot of prep. I just get it done. And yes, my eyes are watering from the onion, but I can still see my chat. Ooh, I would have thought the same thing with that kind of name. Hey, I'm just saying. I am just saying. It's good to be in the kitchen today. It is. Thank you so much. Good to have you. Good to have all of you all. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm done with the onions. You know what? For my, whatchamacallit, let me just cut some up since I got this piece left over here. Same thing with the onion. This piece right here, this is the very bottom part where the roots are. I'm just gonna go outside, take this, stick it in the ground. Onions. Goes over there with the celery. I almost didn't get that one because I wouldn't write it down. Okay. Alrighty. I'm gonna go rinse my hands right quick. I'll be right back. Even though I'm doing the same thing, I like to keep washing my hands, so y'all have to excuse me on that one. Elliot says, hey, still here loving this. Can I ask, we're from the States? We're from the States. Oh, North Carolina. North Carolina. Isabel, good morning. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Chef got me prepping now for Thanksgiving, Ola Joe says, and making breakfast. I know that's right. She says, I'm still not awake yet. And let me grab a tissue. My eyes are really running from my onions. And what hack do I have for that? None. All these years, mine still runs. I've tried everything under the sun. I feel extra blessed, and none of that stuff works. Talking about put a toothpick in your mouth and do this, and it doesn't work. If the onions are good and strong and fresh, it doesn't work. I haven't found it work yet. I feel, and when I find that, if I find that hack, boy, y'all be the first one to know. I might go on a mission to see what I can do again. I feel extra blessed this year, so much more. It sure is, Annabelle. Yes, do you prefer sweet potatoes or yam? Sweet potatoes. And when I did a candy sweet potato video, and when I did that video, I explained the difference between the yams and the sweet potato. So if you watch that, you'll know the difference between them. Yams are more like actual potatoes. They're starchy like that. So I prefer sweet, and they're not that sweet. People call everything that you do candied yams. This yams, unless it's the pie, they refer to it as a yam. But trust me, they probably buying sweet potatoes. They're not buying yams. You rarely see a lot of yams. You see sweet potatoes all the time. They're referred to as yams, but they're not yams. There is a distinct difference between a yam and a sweet potato. All right, Lynette, morning. Welcome in, welcome in. Good to have you. And this is for my dressing. I got this to do that with, and I'm not even using it. Kitty says, thank you so much for the advice. That's what I thought. You are so welcome. Like Tropical says, I put onions in the freezer 10 to 15 minutes before cutting. It helps. I found things that help, but I have not found it to actually stop it. I want it to stop. Hey, Water Lotus, is that right? Cinnamon rolls for Thanksgiving. I have 2 different cinnamon roll recipes on my channel already. You can take a look at those. And yes, I think I did some last year for like Thanksgiving morning for my recipe that's on the channel. One of them is actually alive like this, one of my recipes, and one of them is an actual video. I think I have 2, I might have 3. Hello, Thea. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. I do. I do. Yes. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. This is for my dressing. So I'm going to cut the rest of this up for my dressing, and then I'm going to cut that up for my turkey and my gravy. Yes, it's so kind of you to respond to viewers. Oh, yes, I try. I do. Of course, by me actually cooking, and I'm not just sitting here like I do. Sometimes we just have like Q&A or chats, and I'm just sitting. Then it's easier to respond to viewers than it is right now. And I get that. But, you know, personally, I don't necessarily like to go into people's lives and hang out for a long period of time, even if they are cooking and they're not responsive to the chat. So I try to, the best I can, respond to everybody. You can always send up a highlighted message or something, but I still, irregardless to that, I try to answer as many as I can as I see. Farrah, any advice for people who don't know how to properly cut vegetables? You know, someone else asked me that, and I'm going to actually do a couple of shorts on that about how to cut this and how to cut that. But I do have some shorts on there, the easiest way to cut your bell pepper. I don't have one for celery. I do have one for onion, which my onion one goes against the general rule of the way most people would say would be the right way to cut an onion. But it's a very easy way to cut an onion, and that's why I like it. So those are already on there. I just adored this live stream, alive from my family. So I'll be prepping. I live far from my family, so I'll be prepping alone in the kitchen. Okay. So now I have someone fun to spend some time with. All right, that's amazing. Yes, sometimes I walk from my room to kitchen and forget what I do that all the time, so I do that all the time. Then go back in, then remember, go back to get it, and then still come back and then be like, oops, what was it again? Sometimes it can take me 2 and 3 tries before I remember and get it right. These onions are just getting diced up, doesn't matter. I just need chunks. Yes. All the time, what am I here for? You are so welcome, Farrah. You are so welcome. How do you see the screen without glasses? I don't need, well, because I don't need glasses to see the screen. I mean, if I wore glasses for that purpose, then I would need them to see the screen. I'm confused. I'm sorry, I'm really confused on that question. It's like anybody else. There are people that don't wear glasses at all for anything, and they wouldn't need glasses to see the screen. So I'm not sure what you meant. How do I see the screen without glasses? I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry. I just don't. Hey, Thea, how are you? Pam, do you get the onion smell off your hands after chopping them? It typically doesn't linger, but if you want to get the smell off, you can put some oil on your hands, like cooking oil on your hands, and then wash them as usual. That tends to help. That tends to help. But you know what? I love onions so much, I probably never paid attention to it. And that's the truth. I want my bottom. And that's another reason why I don't like slicing my onions that way, because I like planting the bottoms. And if I slice it, yeah, I could still plant it, but I like to plant it in one piece. Pam, I have to start my day. Okay, Loretta, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for that amazing super chat, and thank you for being here. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You have a wonderful holiday. Yes. Seriously, you are blessed, have good vision. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. That is a blessing. That is a blessing. She means... Okay, and... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And you got a point. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Hey Heather, how are you? Oh my goodness, that is hilarious. Thanks, Ann, for that laugh. Kitty says, I've noticed a lot of people, especially in these latest generations, have the worst eyes ever. So I think it's becoming normal to wear glasses. It might be, I don't know. It might be. Y'all are cracking me up. I know, right? They cracking me up too. They are cracking me up too. Yes, now this is just my garlic that I'm going to be putting in my turkey. And another thing, if you're using garlic for like around the turkey, and again, I want this bottom piece around the turkey. I don't want this bottom piece, this is garlic. But around the turkey, you don't have to peel it. You can put the paper and everything in there. It's not going to be eaten or consumed, so you can just drop it in there. Hey, Shirley, good morning. I have been using a lot of your tips. Thank you. You are so welcome. How many people are coming to Thanksgiving dinner this year? 10, Thea. 10 people are coming. 10 people are coming. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And I don't need garlic for my potato salad. I don't need garlic for my dressing. I don't put it in there. And not whole garlic. I only need it to go in and around my turkey. Hey, Angie, happy Thanksgiving to you too. So he gets dumped over there in that pot. And that's it for that. Okay, let me get my wet towel wet again over here right quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so that is my first early morning prep, and I am done with that. So we have been on here about 2 hours, and I know everybody needs to go and prep and do things that they need to do for their day. Hey, Alma, how are you? How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Thank you for coming. So if anyone else has any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. I appreciate all of you all for coming, each and every one of you all, so early in the morning. Yes, did you brine your turkey? You have mentioned it before. I got on. Yes, it's being brined now as we speak. Yes, absolutely. And I don't put sugar in mine. I just put salt in it and water. That's it. I don't put any sugar or anything in my brine. Yes, we are the same age. You are exactly right, LL. She is young and hard. Yes. Oh, yes, my collard greens video. Thank you, Ola Joe. Yes, because I actually prepped my collard greens the other day. All I have to do is finish cooking them off. Thank you, Pam, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Hope you have a wonderful thing. Yes, thank you all so much for coming. I hope everyone has a safe and wonderful holiday. I appreciate each and every one of you all. Feel free to leave me a comment on the video afterwards if I didn't answer a question or you have a question. Don't forget to check the link at the top for my channel memberships. I'd love to have each and every one of you all come along with all of the ones that are already. We're going to have fun. I'll be doing pop-up lives just with my members only. As I said, that's going to also be a way coming soon in the future that I will be able to answer questions from the different videos that I have, because I'm getting like 1,000 to 1,500 comments a day, and that's on one platform. So it's kind of getting impossible for me to really answer them right now. I'm scrolling through, looking for questions and looking for people I know and trying to get answers. So that's one way to be sure to get your answers. Yes, it does, Heather. It absolutely does. Moist and juicy. Moist and juicy. Cece, how are you? CJ, I meant CJ, not CC. Thank you for coming in. Yes. Thank you, Shira Song. I appreciate that. You're doing a great job. Thank you, Storytime. I appreciate that as well. Yes. Happy Thanksgiving, Soil Brothers and Soil Sisters. We love and appreciate you all. Gobble till you wobble, girl. I may not be able to wobble because I can't get up to wobble. Can't get up to wobble. Wanda says, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Thank you, Wanda. Cooks with Love says, happy, blessed Thanksgiving, everyone. Let's all be thankful. Yes, all be thankful. Everyone should have something that they are thankful for. I am sure of that, no matter how small or how big. Yes, awesome, awesome, and amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and let you all out of here. Thank you all once again, and I will see you soon on the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.